We're Alive, a story of survival. Chapter 1, It Begins. Part 2 of 3.
How does it look out there?
I don't see any. Maybe they left.
Don't take any chances. Go slow and quiet.
You ready?
Let's do it. The moment we opened the door, the world felt different. There was no one in sight, but we could feel they were close.
Clear.
Head around back to the motor pool.
Angel, there's one, look.
It's the commander. What is he doing?
He's just standing there. Like he's information.
Weird.
Hey, come on! Motor pool's just around the corner. Take it slow.
Move! Saul, you're driving! Flip the lock! Start it!
I can't! I have to work the glow plug.
Fuck, I forgot about that! What is that?
Come on! Come on!
Oh shit! Seal the hatch! You can't!
Got it! Hold on! You're everywhere! Run him over!
There's one on the roof! Got him!
Hey, look who it is!
Did you really have to run over the commander?
He was in the way.
You swerved to hit him!
Saul, stop fucking around and get us out the gate!
Turn left on Bandini and keep heading west.
None of us would say it, but we feared what we might find outside the gate. For the first time in a long time, I was afraid. Not for what might happen to me, but what happened to the world. We were 3 men lost in a land of confusion.
Keep your eyes peeled for any survivors. We can fit around 4 or 5 more in here if we pile up a bit.
That's it for finding this place. It's a ghost town.
How fast do you think it spreads?
Too fast for anyone to be able to do anything about it.
Just keep your eyes peeled. You have family out here?
Yeah, kinda. My parents live in Northern California, outside San Luis Obispo. You?
It's just my girlfriend and I. You know, I'm sure your parents are all right. You know, the less
Yeah, I'd rather
populated...
not talk about it right now.
My mom lives outside Anaheim.
That's great.
Angel, did you try your cell phone again?
Busy still, but I'm gonna
Stop
keep...
the car!
What is it? Look, up there, the roof of the flower shop. Angel, get in the turret. Saul, keep the engine running.
Oh, thank God. Riley, come here.
How many up there?
Just 2.
Well, get down here as fast as you can.
Ah, shit!
Got him! Hurry up, though, more coming!
Pull the Humvee closer. Jump onto the roof. Angel!
Come on, pigs. I can't. It's only like
Hurry.
7 feet. It's not hard.
Got
I'll
him!
catch
You
you.
need
Come
to go
on.
now.
There are too many of them!
Michael, we have to leave her.
Come on. All right.
Climb through the hatch.
You're crushing me.
Just hold on.
We're clear.
Where do I go from here?
Left at the light. Just keep going straight for a couple miles until you hit harbor.
Thanks for picking us up.
Yeah, no problem.
Where are the rest of you?
This is it.
You're it? No, where are the others? You know, army people.
We were the only ones to show up. Everything happened too fast. No one could have prepared for this.
Where is everyone else?
For all we know, you could have just been shooting at him.
Where are we going?
We're heading to an apartment building that we can hole up in for a while.
Is that going to be safe?
We'll make it safe. Once we have it locked down and we can go out and look for survivors.
What happens after that?
Not sure. One step at a time.
Bex and I were on the roof for a while. I didn't think anyone was going to come.
Who's Pegs?
That would be me.
Oh. Hi, Pegs. I'm Saul. And that's Angel and Michael.
Riley, nice to meet all of you. Where are you all from?
I don't mean to be rude. I know you're trying to be polite, but you will have much more time later on to fill each other in on the details. Right now, we need to focus on what's going on.
Totally, you do your thing.
We sped through what was left of downtown. Small fires were all over the place, and abandoned cars littered the road. We never saw anyone else. I had to keep my eyes on the road, but they kept wandering back to Peg. Her chocolate brown hair and her dark eyes seemed to draw me to her. She looked to be in her early 20s. Unlike Peg's, Riley gave off a very confident vibe. She was fit and strong, maybe somewhere in her 30s. I knew Army girls who weren't as put together as she was.
Do either of you know how to use a rifle, any type of handgun?
I'm a pro archer.
Like Robin Hood? Bow and arrow?
Yeah, that.
Okay, well, that doesn't really help us. What about you?
I've never shot a weapon before.
Well, I've shot a gun, but I just don't remember how.
Here, we have 2 Berettas. They're handguns. They're really easy to use. All you need to do is flip these switches from safe to fire. See that red dot there? If you see that, the safety is off. If we get into a really bad situation, you use it. Otherwise, let us be the first to fire.
I can do that.
No thanks.
What do you mean, no thanks?
I mean, I don't need one.
Oh, you mean you don't feel comfortable with it? Well, once we get some downtime, I'll help train you.
Or I could. Angel here is an officer and he doesn't like to get his hands dirty.
No, really, I wouldn't mind.
No, it's not that. I just don't agree with weapons.
Wait, you what?
I just don't want to.
All right, I'm not gonna push. Riley, you okay with it?
Hell, if you hadn't given me a weapon, I probably would have stolen one.
Fair enough. So how do you two know each other?
I thought we were gonna save the small talk.
I can pay attention to more than one thing at a time.
Oh, we don't really know each other. Well, not until today. I work as a chef near the farmer's market. Bex here worked at the flower shop you picked us up at.
Riley found me in the commotion and we climbed up to the roof. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, Riley.
Everyone else wasn't so lucky. If we had waited only a few more seconds, we would have rounded the corner right into them.
What happened?
It all happened so fast.
The people that were attacked first got it the worst.
They just collided.
Blood went everywhere. Then the ones that were sprayed on started to attack others as well.
So they turned into them from the blood?
I don't know. Not everyone did, I don't think. Only a few. It was hard to tell who was attacking who. They all looked the same. Within a few minutes, though, it was clear who was who, and there weren't any of us anymore. Until you showed up, I figured it wouldn't be much longer before they found us, and we'd end up joining them.
Look, I know it's difficult right now, but the details are important. How long did it take for the people to turn into them?
A few minutes, I guess. It depended on how close they were. There were some that tried to run away, but they were chased down. They're so fast.
Oh, we already knew that.
We're almost there.
Look, once we get inside and we make it safe, I need you to tell me every detail, even if it seems obvious or irrelevant, okay? You two, Pegs.
All right.
The more we know about what we're dealing with, the better chance we have of surviving and not becoming one of those things.
All right.
Pull around to the side down that ramp. We'll secure from the ground floor, starting with the parking garage.
Going there.
Kill the engine.
Should I shut the security gate?
What do you think, Michael?
Yeah, do it. The Hummer can get through it if we needed to.
Looks clear.
It does, but we have to make sure. Sweep across the back row of cars. If we miss one of these things, the whole tower could fall. Check in and under the cars.
Hey, we've got something over here.
What is it?
It looks like they got him when he was trying to get in his car.
You breathing?
I don't see how he can. Oh, God.
So, You know what to do.
Got it.
Pegs, Riley, come over here by me.
What is he doing?
Well, unless we have to, we don't want to shoot anything down here. The sound could echo out of the building and bring more of them here.
So he's going to...
He's going to make sure he doesn't get back up, and we only know one method of making sure.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Hey, make sure you don't get any blood on you.
I didn't. Cut through pretty easily. I was already halfway through before I even started on his neck.
Well, leave your knife here. We don't know exactly how it spreads. Let's head up towards the lobby. I was worried that the new additions might complicate the plan, but they followed my lead and stuck close by, never getting in the way. The lobby wasn't as secure as I would have hoped. Sunlight was streaming through the many windows and glass panes. I was pretty sure anything could get in here if it really wanted to.
Clear.
Saul, I need you to find something to lock or barricade the main entrance door.
I saw some chains in the Hummer, and I think there's a spare lock in the toolbox.
Yeah, do it. Riley, you go with him?
Will do.
Man, it's alright. We were just down there.
Until we've cleared this entire building, no one is to be alone. Ever. Got it?
Yeah. Come on, girl. You got my back. Just don't shoot it.
Angel, I'll cover the front. Check the elevators.
Why don't I watch the front and you check them?
I just need to know if they're working. Fine, I'll do it.
Out of order?
Someone's inside there.
See, what I tell you, nothing to What? What is it?
Angel, secure the front door. Saul, give me your knife. I'm gonna pry open the doors.
You had me leave it downstairs.
I know you didn't. Now hand it over.
I cleaned it off. It's fine.
Listen, you made yourself the guinea pig by not listening to me. We wanted to avoid any contact with that blood. Don't let it happen again.
Front door secure.
All right. I'll open it. You two be ready to fire. On 3. 1, 2, 3!
To find out more or become a sponsor, visit www.thezombiepodcast.com or free on the iTunes Store, keyword We're Alive. Starring Jim Gleason, Nate Gies, Shane Salk, Claire Doden, Elisa Eliot. Featuring Michael Swan. Written and directed by Casey Wayland. Associate producer Jason Scott. Print editor Blythe Hill. Composers Katie Wayland and Ron Gallagher. Producer Shane Salk. Casey Wayland. This has been a Wayland production.
Of Apartment 2C. I'm your host, Tony Rey, and I am joined with our very first guest. I am so excited to see you again and also to have a different guest besides Grayson. We got Grayson kicked out of here. I'm so mean to Grayson.
He's
I don't
still
know.
here.
I know
He's like
still
right.
here.
He's like 12 feet away.
But he's not here. You know what I'm saying? I don't,
Okay.
you know.
He's
it's-
not. He's
there's
not on the couch.
separation.
He's not on the
Exactly.
couch.
We're joined by a huge cast member. You just met her tonight, Elisa Eliot. Welcome to our glorious stage, our apartment.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. And of course, the creator and writer and all-around great guy, Casey Wayland.
Mostly great.
I think you're a great guy.
There's sometimes, you know.
Well, yeah. There was that one time I had you in a headlock and you were screaming and there was blood. Don't worry about it. We'll cover it, I'm sure, in a further episode. It was a total lie. I don't even know why I said that. I don't want people to think that we actually got into a fight.
No, we met. How did we meet?
We met through improv.
Yes, that's
Improv
right.
comedy.
That's
yeah,
right.
I knew your wife 1st,
Mhm.
and then I met you. Yeah, I knew Blair like a little while before.
Yeah, we were just discussing when all of us first came together because this is like this is like a relive because Elisa came on in the very beginning, in like May of 2009, and it's like that 7 years ago now almost.
I know.
Yeah, well,
we're about to hit our 7-year anniversary here soon.
Yeah, really?
I can't believe it's been that long.
It's in May, you said?
Yeah.
Oh.
Our official birthday is it May 5th? I have to look it up. But technically what ended up happening was like the story starts on like May 9th. So like May 5th is sort of our birthday because everything after May 5th is like an alternate future.
Okay.
So it's like, oh, this is where it would have been different. So.
All right, that makes sense. Well, I hope it was May 5th because that, in my culture, is basically a holiday. Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
I don't know what it means, but I do know I drink a lot of beer on that day.
Cinco de Drinko.
That is terrible. I do know what it means. Please don't kill me, my heritage and my family. So we just listened to Chapter 1, It Begins, Part 2 of 3.
It's a short one, too.
It was a short one.
So in the beginning, we kind of had shorter ones. We didn't actually put in episode breaks in the episodes. We kind of like figured out that, we just kind of have to break here.
Right.
So.
And that's to try to like kind of give some suspense, right?
Yeah. Originally, they were going to be like full hour long, and we realized that we just can't do that every week. So then we broke it up into 20 minutes.
Yeah. I was a little surprised when the episode ended because like the door opens and I know what happens because, I've listened. This is like my fourth time listening to this, so I know what happens. So I was expecting a certain thing to happen, and it didn't. And I was so sad. So we will pick that back up next week. But we're going to dive deep into that short episode that we had, and we're going to stretch it for everything it's got.
Or just a little bit longer, and then we'll talk to Elisa for the rest of the time.
Exactly. That's what I really mean. That I want to skip past this, get straight to talking to you. So you were introduced in this episode, and your character's name is Pegs?
Yes.
Now,
that is correct.
Pegs, I wanted to ask you, I thought about this during there, because we find...
Margaret.
You already know.
Yeah.
What was the question?
What was her full name?
Yeah, exactly.
It's Margaret.
Margaret?
Or she can go by Peggy Mitchum too.
Peggy who?
Mitchum.
Peggy Mitchum?
She has a last name. Most of the characters have a last name in the show.
Is it Margaret or Peggy? Wait, I'm confused.
You know that Mike and Michael is the same name, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you know that Peggy, and Margaret are all the same name, right?
You are kidding me.
No.
Yeah. No. Rolo's shaking his head behind the scenes.
I didn't know this until you taught me.
I
had no idea.
What the hell?
Until he taught me that a while back.
Yeah.
Like,
Margaret, Peggy, and...
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, well...
It's like Richard is Dick. It's like, where does that come from?
Whoa, let's keep it above the level, all right?
I did. You took it there.
It's not getting crude, Casey. This is a children's show. At least we're trying to make it that way.
Oh, don't be a Richard.
Okay, so you didn't know this about your character either?
I did, but I didn't realize that Pegs was a nickname for Margaret or Peggy until Casey told me, I guess a while back, 7 years ago maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I can barely remember back then. It was weird.
Yeah.
Like I had hair.
Yeah.
It was just weird times.
But I actually don't even know if you told me the last name until like way deep into the first or second season because you were very secretive about it.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell anybody anything because I didn't know when anybody might not come back because they realized it's just not fun and they were like, I'm done with this. This is like really hard. I have to come back every Sunday, like every other month, like for 5 years. I don't know if I could do that.
You could always kill them.
Yeah, that was the other option. But
I didn't say that.
Fortunately, that didn't happen, and we only ever replaced, I think, 1 or 2 characters. So we're very fortunate in the series. We never had to there was one. We're gonna get to it. Like this is probably gonna years from now when we talk about that episode where we had to recast at the 11th hour.
Yeah. Wow. No, I totally understand because when they recast the mom on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I almost lost my damn mind.
It's hard.
I was like, nope. That's not the mother I know and love.
That's true.
Who is this Vivian?
Where is Aunt Vivian? Okay, so let's go into the episode a little bit. We find Pegs, and you're on top of your flower shop.
Yeah.
And the soldiers had to make a great escape, as it were, fast escape out of the fort there, and they're making their way to the apartment building, and that's kind of in summation what this episode is. It's kind of setting up, finding their new home, basically.
What's the long-term plan of everything?
So when you're writing that, did you plan to have this be like the setup episode?
Yeah, well, it's one of those things where you have to do a couple things in the first episode. You have to intro all the characters. You have to know basically who they are, what they want, and what their long-term plan is. And that's sort of like it's supposed to establish for the rest of the series. So that was like all jammed in there. But the big thing was that in audio drama, you also have to slowly see everybody. So, you know, you get to feel those first 3 characters for the first one, and now we get 2 more. And this is the first introduction of female characters in the story, which is Pegs and Riley, and they're up on their flower shop, and they were the only survivors they were actually found outside. Everybody else is pretty much gone, because, like, when the outbreaks happened, it was like a wave of just death.
Yeah.
So
It
they
happened pretty
survived.
quickly. That's a question I want to ask. How long were the soldiers in that fort? Because it seemed like there was mass chaos that broke out, and then they were in the fort, and then they're on their way, when they ended up picking up Pegs and Riley, that everyone's already gone. Like, the shit has already gone down.
I think, I don't have my exact notes on me, but I think it's about 4 hours roughly.
Wow, so it goes really fast.
Incredibly fast. And the way that it's sort of described in passing is it's almost like a multiplication factor, where if you have 1 infected, becomes 2, becomes 4, becomes, you know, it just scales logarithmically, and like everybody that's inside that wave of death is just gone. Because if they can find you wherever you're hiding instantaneously, there's nowhere to go. So that's why there's so very few survivors, is because it was so incredibly fast.
Right, okay, all right, that makes sense. And now, Pegs, your character,
What, Tony?
you don't like guns. You're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse, and Angel's trying to hand you a gun. What kind of gun was it? A Beretta, I believe? Was it a Beretta? Am I making things up? It was a handgun.
They were trying to give you a Beretta, a 9mm Beretta.
I mean, I would love to just be handed a free Beretta, and you were given one in a zombie apocalypse, and you're like, nah. And you said, I started laughing so hard. You said, nah, I don't need one. And then I thought, oh, shit. Pegs knows karate or something. No, I don't need one.
I don't need it. Pegs didn't need it. She could handle herself.
No.
No.
She thought she could live without.
Yeah.
She thought that it wasn't as bad as it was, but
Right. At that point, you know, she knows it's bad, but nobody knows how to kill, you know, zombies or anything like that. At that point, we don't know what's happening, so
That's true.
Could be an illness.
That's true. And which brings up my next point. It is so new. Like, this has just happened. And Saul gets out of that fort and smacks the commander with the car. I'm like, hey man, he's been a zombie for like 27 minutes. And you're just running him over like with no problem with a Humvee. So Casey,
he's a murderer like episode 1.
Like, what the hell, man? Like, he did not give him benefit of the doubt. He doesn't know if this is permanent. He doesn't know if there's a cure. He's like,
I'm gonna say he did that for the joke. More than the actual the idea that he just murdered somebody in cold blood that may or may not have been infected.
I don't know. I think there's a dark side to Saul that we haven't seen yet.
He didn't think it through.
No, and we don't really know what the commander was like. He could have been the next Hitler.
Right.
So that's just what we're gonna go
Saul
with.
didn't like him.
Yeah,
that's
no.
for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
What? I was thinking, well, maybe Casey has some sort of deep hatred for one of his old commanders from the army, and he's like, yeah, this one's you.
I wouldn't admit that, but
it's possible.
Maybe. I don't know.
Zoom
Some
in
scenario.
close to Casey's
There's a
face,
lot
you
of
can
officers
see-
in the
you can see his
military,
lip
and they're
quivering
not
if
all
you zoom in
cool.
real
So,
close.
as a lower enlisted, yeah.
Hey, well, notice the nervous cough. Okay, we've hit a nerve. Don't worry, Casey.
Little illness.
I got you.
Still
We'll
getting
move
over
on.
cold.
Yeah, we'll move on. Okay, so I want to know how long Pegs will last without wielding weapons, and how long you think. I mean, if you were in a zombie apocalypse, 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Well, if she wasn't with Riley
Yeah, if
and
she wasn't
3
with
soldiers.
Riley was Riley was who pulled her up on the roof.
Oh,
so
she would be
that's
long
true.
gone without
Yeah.
Riley.
yeah, Riley did save her, and so Riley is sort of like, and if you notice, she might cling to Riley a little bit here.
Yeah.
Now I know you from recording. I've gotten to know you a little bit. I don't think you would be that helpless in a zombie scenario. I
like
see
to
you
think that
busting down doors.
I'd like to think that I wouldn't be that helpless in a
No.
zombie apocalypse, but I can channel her sort of soft, sweet side.
Yeah.
And for the role. I can see where she's coming from. She has good backstory.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So we pick up Pegs and we pick up Riley. We find out Riley, her weapon of choice, She's a little Katniss in training.
She just mentions it here.
She mentions that she uses a bow and arrow. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of bow and arrows. I've only shot one like twice in my life, but
Really?
yeah, I'm just a big fan of them though.
Yeah.
They're pretty
cool.
fun. They're really
They're cool.
quiet. They're really like,
Yeah.
oh, it's over there.
Mm-hmm. And you know what else I noticed in this episode? If you're a fan and you re-listen, you notice a couple characters say a few choice words, a few choice things about where things are, or where certain family members might be from, and I'm like, oh, I never noticed that. That's
Go
what.
ahead and be specific. Like,
Yeah.
which one are you directly talking about?
Okay, I'm specifically talking about where Saul says, just like out of nowhere, and just kind of brushes under the rug as other people are talking, like, oh, well, my mom's from Anaheim. My mom lives in Anaheim, and I'm like, oh snaps, that's gonna come back around.
It might. There's a lot of like. The really cool thing is like there's so many cool little plants along the way, and every one of them pays off in the end.
Yeah.
Well, maybe all of them. There's some that's still left over.
Somebody's gonna find one that
Yeah.
doesn't and get you.
Well, there was one that Pegs had. You know.
In this episode?
Well, sorta. It's something that we actually never got to address in the series.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm
I
freaking
see.
out. Can we
Talk
go?
You could talk about it
Yeah,
all you
let's
want.
talk
I don't
about it.
mind.
This is great. This is what the live show's for. Let's do this. The fans want to know. More importantly, I want to know.
Yeah, like we never
Why?
revealed. Go ahead. It's all you.
Why Pegs doesn't like guns?
It's all you.
Okay, fans. You never find out why Pegs doesn't like guns, but it's because one of her very good friends was an attorney and a prosecutor, and was prosecuting a very, big case, very dangerous people. And when she got too deep and too close, that family came after her and brutally murdered her friend. And so every time that Peg sees a gun and thinks of a gun and thinks about, anything having to do with gun violence, she can't handle it because she is so close. She was so close to this person who was murdered, and murdered very, very brutally.
Shot many times.
Yeah, as Casey said, shot numerous times, and Pegs, identified the body, and it was all horrible, and so she's scarred. She's really scarred by it.
Yeah. And that's
Deep,
one of those
right?
things. Yeah, it's really heartbreaking, and it's something that it never found an organic way in the series, but it might come up if we do backstories for the characters, like little novellas or something.
Yeah, and
You
Pegs
okay,
doesn't
Tony?
like to talk about it.
What the hell, man? How can we not get to that? That was so good. I was sitting here the whole time like, yeah, what? Oh, he came after. What?
Yeah.
Was it mafia? What is it? Member of a politician? What's that? What? I mean, that was crazy good.
There's a lot of little things that just like never made the
know.
cut, and we have more content, and that's why we're continually doing more stuff, and so yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, it makes sense now that see, knowing that, re-listening to the tension you had in like the fight within yourself that you kind of had there, that makes sense. Because obviously you need a weapon. There's zombies trying to bite off your arm like they're starving. And,
Flower power.
and you're attacking them with daisies.
Yeah.
Put down the Beretta, pick up the bouquet. Is what Peg says.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. And so where we leave off, all the characters are now in the apartment building. I feel like they're kind of search the building, and I remember next week's episode is going to be pretty sweet.
Yeah, next week's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they go from the parking, the parking garage,
Yeah.
which is kind of a staple for the tower.
Yeah.
And one of the things is like all of this is completely made up. Like the tower is not based off of anywhere in LA. Like there's no place like it because it was specifically made for the story. And it was one of those things where like the tower has all these scenes that I need to have take place in these places. And there was no way that anything would exist like this in LA. Like an older style with this huge, it doesn't exist. But we did bring some cool treats. I mean, I think we plugged them last week. The pictures
that you were going to show. We were going to see pictures
the
of the original building that you saw during your tour.
Yeah, these are from Iraq. One of them is I think public domain, and the other two are mine. And I think Nightcat has them
So
can
Nightcap,
pull up
we're
one
about to
of
see.
them.
This is the
Yeah,
actual building.
so apparently there's Tony Rey, Elisa Eliot, and Casey Whalen are in there. Well, it's a live show, people. This happens.
Here's the thing. That
I
is
like
our
to
building.
vacation there.
There we go. Now we're back. We're back. All right. So, like this right here, that's actually go to the wide shot if you don't mind. That shows the entire tower. So people are like, well, where did you get the idea for We're Alive? And this is it. When I was stationed over there, I was involved in this place in several different ways. And one of the things I really loved about it is they secured this. And I could say this now because it's not used in this fashion anymore, but they secured the building on the bottom and they basically filled it with soldiers. And then, so that was like, oh, there's the zombie scenario, perfect. Like you just secure
Like fill it
one
with soldiers.
spot.
How? What do you mean? Like
Well, they would live in there.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. I
And,
thought everyone was just kind of hanging out, like.
No, like
I don't
Getting
know.
ready for
I don't
something.
know. I don't know what I was thinking. My image was
No.
ridiculous. I'm sorry.
I was thinking the same thing.
Like they were
I totally
stacked
was
up,
thinking-
like it was Sims, and
Filled
like
it
all
with
these characters are
soldiers.
just sitting in there, like we're just
Like
just waiting.
sardines. Well, they did pack them in. Like
Yeah,
sardines
I have
a
no
bit,
idea.
but-
That was a ridiculous thing to think. I'm
But they were
sorry.
like they were all living in like hotel rooms and like it was instead of like you having to live in a tent city or something like that. That was like it really worked out well. And then it got attacked. So I'll share that story later on. But so that was the inspiration for it. And maybe like pull up that second image where you saw the roof. You can kind of see the soldiers hanging out up top. Where they set up everything and they had this overlook where you could see the city and every.
Are those
stuff.
sandbags up top?
That is camo netting on top, and then you can see like there's one soldier looking out there. I never got to go up to the roof because they had their own protection stuff up there. But yeah, it was that was sort of the inspiration, and then so I was like, so when I was over there, I was like, well, what else could happen? So I started figuring out little things here and there, and then when I came back is when I started developing all the characters fully and kind of developed like the plot for most of it. Yeah.
Were you thinking zombies at the time?
I was because I thought that they were not done well. Like that was my idea of like making them something different, something new, and then using the intelligence and things like that. Like the reason why Jurassic Park was so good is because the Velociraptors had one new asset in their tool belt, which was intelligence.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you put that with zombies in this environment, and they're just going to be much more deadly.
They were clever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Girls.
Smart
They were clever girls. clever girl.
You fit it in there.
I tried to.
Well, the shoehorn.
I
but-
really wedged it in. It wasn't necessary, but I did it. Okay, so that was the episode, and kind of in a nutshell, that's where we're at. Where we left off, the soldier just prying open the elevator shaft doors. And we're going to find out what was inside that elevator shaft next week.
No.
We don't spoil anything here.
No, we will be trying not to. I can't promise. I am drinking. Well, we're not.
I was like, you're not sharing?
No.
Hey.
We will have a drinking episode at some point. So I want to get into a little bit about kind of how you came onto the project, Elisa, and like kind of where did you hear about We're Alive? How where did this happen?
I believe I heard about casting for We're Alive on a casting site.
Yeah.
Right?
Now
Casting. I'm still a member of that
Thank
casting
you,
site.
Now Casting. You brought us one of the best characters of the series.
Thank you for your free casting for producers to just post up there and let people submit. I mean, we were just a nothing project, but we got amazing people auditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as an actor, you kind of, even though you've represented and you have representation, but I didn't have a specific voiceover agent at that time, so I was always looking for little jobs. I actually think this might have been my first audition ever for voiceover.
Wait, what?
I don't think you know that.
That's so funny.
I didn't have any studio set up in my house. I recorded my audition in our dining room.
So we
which
were
is-
all new at this point. Okay, I don't feel so bad
That's
now.
so good, though.
I
That's so
know.
good.
Well, it was awesome. I booked my first voiceover audition. I was like,
Hell
sweet, this
yeah.
is going to be easy.
And you didn't have to go. You just sent in. Oh, well, sorry. I'm not doing spoilers for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you didn't have to come in.
Yeah.
So you were in your living room.
So I was in
Did
my
you
living
fashion
room.
any like blankets or anything?
No, I had no idea. I had a little, since I'm a musical theater actress, you always carry around this little pocket recorder to your rehearsals to record the music. So I had that, and I set it on the table, and my husband read it with me. He wasn't my husband at the time, but Now he is, and he read it with me, and then I sent it over to Casey. That's how it happened.
amazing.
And I have it.
Oh,
What?
bless you, Casey.
She knows.
Whalen.
She knew I had it. She's like, oh.
Thank you so much, Casey Whalen, digging into the archives of the We're Alive storage, and we have Elisa Eliot's first audition.
And she's not reading. This is not entirely her lines.
Okay, and now I just want to set the picture for everyone. You're in your living room at your table.
I'm at the dining room table. This like big wood table, which is probably the worst place to put a microphone.
Funny. I know, you might as well be in the bathroom.
I like had 2 copies of the script. I gave one to my husband. I had one, and I was like, Dan, okay, like now don't try to act too much, but like don't do nothing. And I'm like trying to direct him a little bit.
Yeah.
And he's like, should I do an accent? I'm like, try it once. No accent.
That is so funny. All right, well let's check it out.
Yeah.
Well,
Live TV. Let me explain something.
Are mics up for now? Yeah.
When you're doing anything live, literally anything could happen. At a moment's notice, a seagull could crash through the ceiling and pluck my eyes from whence they came.
Is it good now? Are we good? Okay.
Are we good?
All right.
Okay. Because I was going to continue with the seagull story.
Maybe they'll be coming back.
Please, you don't understand.
Let me out.
Look, Jesus,
It's
you
really
may
low.
think it could be better out there, but it's not. We've been out there. We know your building is much safer. And we have these soldiers here to help us. They've already saved Riley and me, and they can save a lot more too. But we can't do it without your help. We need to make sure this place is safe before we bring them back here.
Why do you need me?
We need to make sure the building's safe. That means going from room to room, making sure.
Yeah, I guess you do.
You have the keys, don't you? And you know what key opens what door in every place that someone or something might be hiding in this building.
I would. I mean, I do.
Those men, they're trained for this sort of thing. They'll protect us. So why not help them? The less time in here, the more lives they could save out there.
Okay, I'll help. Come on, this way. This is the stairwell. Here.
Our mics are coming back.
And
And
we're
now
back.
they're back slowly but surely. Oh, they're really low.
That was fantastic. Are we really low? They can barely hear me. I'm at a whisper.
Yeah,
Am I at a
it's super
whisper?
low.
I can scream.
Yeah, we'll keep talking.
No, that was, I mean, not that bad for being on a wood table. I expected something way worse.
No,
so that's the first
you can see
time.
why she got the part.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course. You were fantastic.
Well, that's
I
nice
can't
of you.
believe
Thank
you've
you.
never done voiceover before.
No, I always wanted to because I'm a huge animation fan and everything voiceover, but I just didn't have the opportunities because I didn't have an agent and I didn't really know where to look at that point for voiceover auditions. But on Now Casting, which is primarily an actor site, I saw it and I was like, yes, I'm going to try.
That's so
That
cool.
was the try.
that was a hell of a try. Really, really good job. So now, do you have a voiceover agent now?
I do.
That's fantastic.
So
of course, I mean, this is a kind of a big deal.
What?
Yeah.
Casey
Oh
Whalen
no,
Productions.
I'm sorry, but back when we started, I mean, it was a little. we were kind of a little podunk operation in the beginning, where we're kind of figuring it out as we're going, figuring out the scripts and things. We probably overdid things, I think, a little bit in the beginning, but I mean, we held in there. We figured out our groove, and then once we got in it, like, then it just everyone
Oh, it's
meshed,
like a
and it was
machine.
After that, it was like we were producing these things. I think our first episode, one of the things people don't know about is we recorded the first chapter by itself.
Yeah.
And then after that, we did 2 chapters at a time. So our first chapter was just the first one, getting used to the characters and stuff like that.
Yeah, on a typical recording day, we're there for like, I don't know, 6 hours or something like that.
That means in the beginning. In the beginning,
you
it
were
was
there.
6.
Yeah, you're there for a long time.
And then by the end, it was like 12.
Yeah, because you're just knocking out whole portions of the story, and which is cool for me. I mean, like for the cast is to record all this stuff and then it not even come out months later. I mean, months later.
Yeah, well, the weird thing is, like, there'd be one episode that was like, oh, we recorded that this weekend. And then we would get to the episode that we recorded 2 months ago, and then second month after.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's super interesting. So, what are you up to now? Do you have any new projects?
Yeah.
What is going on in Elisa Eliot's life?
I can't divulge really any details about any of my projects.
No, it's all right. Don't worry.
I'm writing a couple animated series right now.
Oh, really?
And one of them that I've been working on for a while, we attached an A-list celebrity to it. So that'll be...
Hey, congratulations. That's so exciting.
So I can't say who it is or what the show is or anything like that. But I hopefully very soon, maybe a month or two, everybody will find out. And I'm writing right now, I'm working on sort of kids animated content, ages, I guess, 9 to 14. And a couple fun shows, and hopefully somebody will like them and will buy them.
They look pretty cool.
They're pretty cute.
She did get to show me a little bit, so I got to have
Casey knows a little bit.
It's pretty cool.
What the hell's going on?
I know.
If you would have gotten here early, you would have...
Hey, let me explain something to the fans real quick, and then I'm going to jump right back to there. I do want to explain, you can send in questions to us live on the air. You can be posting questions on the comments on YouTube. You can send us tweets, hashtag APT2C, Apartment2C. Make sure to include that hashtag and send us questions. We'll be answering some questions at the end of the show, so make sure to get those questions in ASAP. Now, to go back to Casey's point, I literally get off work at 6 p.m.
It's true.
Drive here from
I was
Pasadena.
being unfair. I was being really unfair.
I have enough time to go to the restroom next door, wash my hands, splash some water on my face, and sit in this chair, and then it's like, hi, welcome to Apartment 2C. You see me come on the webcam.
Literally, I saw
when
it drip off your head as you sat in the chair.
It was nerve-wracking getting here on time. If there's ever an accident on the 210, the show is screwed.
Well, you're just not here.
That's so messed up. No.
Grayson will fill in for you.
It's sad. But
Grayson does every job.
How dare you?
You know what?
Lisa.
I guarantee if you are ever late, we are going to put him in the chair.
Oh, okay. Now I am.
Okay. All right. It might happen.
Special chair.
No, he would be great. I love Grayson. Okay, so you're writing children's books. Now, is there anything that has happened in your life that maybe has inspired this?
Well, I mean, I've been working on these animated series for a long time, but I guess my other big job is that I have twins.
Yes, that's what I wanted.
They're like a little over 1.5, and they're pretty cute. I like to think they're cute.
They're adorable.
I would hope so.
I've seen pictures. They're adorable.
They're really
I'm
cute.
so
They're
happy
really
for you.
cute.
That's cool.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
They take up a lot of my time.
Yeah, I can imagine twin. Like I have a couple friends who've just recently had newborns, and like one child is a lot of work.
Yeah, I texted Elisa and I'm like, I don't know how you did it. I don't understand it. This was like the first couple days. I'm like,
two of them at the same time.
Yeah.
Two was like, oh.
Yeah. I mean, you just do it. I didn't know any different, so I just did it.
Yeah.
I'm highly organized, which is what I think, helps me. I'm very organized.
Oh, that's good.
And then it gets more and more fun, and they like entertain each other, and they're little devils together.
Yeah. Now, what age do you think you allow them to listen to We're Alive?
Ooh. Oh.
That's what I wanted to ask.
That's a really good question. I don't know, like 14?
Oh,
right? Is that a good age?
14.
Like half of our listeners are like, oh.
I don't know.
I've gotten messages where it's like, yeah, my 8-year-old and I are listening, and I'm like,
oh, well, maybe younger. They're edited versions. I
Yeah.
mean, not that they won't have heard swear words walking
hopefully
around
by
LA.
the time they're like, in a couple years, we'll have a clean version maybe. That'd be kind of neat.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Maybe that's too old. I'm sure they'll be playing video games way before that with much racier and like violent content. So, maybe younger. Maybe I'll take that back. Maybe I'll roll it back to 10.
All right. I'm trying to fight for their freedom now.
We just got 4 years and like 4 minutes. So
Well, I don't know. I'd never thought about it.
Yeah, because if they come over to Uncle Tony's house, Uncle Tony's showing them all kinds of shit. Just, come on, kids. Here's some Skittles, ice cream, and the Terminator. Let's do this.
How dare you? They don't eat sugar.
All the kids come to Tony's house to
They
see
eat sugar.
shit. All right.
Hey, don't you Don't you start doing this, all right? This is the internet.
Offering Skittles
Shit
and
just
things
happens
and
on the internet.
candy.
Do you have a white van?
Yeah, is this
As
like
well?
your
I
side
have
job?
access to a white van. Oh no.
No.
Oh no. Okay, I don't like where this is going, all right? Can we just stop this? All right? Nightcat, cut the stream. This is ridiculous. Okay, so I just wanted to throw that out again. We are doing questions at the end of the show, so you only have a little bit of time left because we gave away a prize last week. We did a competition.
Who won
Nice
it?
prize.
So let's get. So this is the prize right here. The zombies. How to draw zombies. Have you seen this book?
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's a super cool book. Would you
awesome.
mind holding that for me?
Sure.
I'm gonna grab our winner here out of the composition book, the official We're Alive composition book.
Oh, is that our prize this week?
That is our prize this week. Casey, you were good.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
This
I didn't know.
Well, this is the prize this week. It is our We're Alive composition book. Later on in the series, these become very important, these composition books. So you will definitely want to get your grubby hands on these. Now, on to the business at hand. The winner of the How to Draw Zombies, everyone shaking things, all right, is Jaeger Wolf. Jaeger Wolf, congratulations.
Jaeger Wolf!
Yes.
It's beautiful.
You are
edition,
getting, yes.
Signed by the author, I believe.
That is, who is that signed by? The author?
Mike.
That is signed.
Mike.
That is signed by Otto Sturck.
Otto Sturck? No. No.
It's the author of the book.
The author.
Yeah.
Signed by the author.
Damn it, Grayson.
Donated.
Damn it, Grayson.
Donated by Otto Sturck.
Hey, Grayson, don't you ever
Yes.
look in my eyes and tell me lies. You look me straight in the eyes. He looked me right there. Told me a lie. Jaeger Wolf won with his comment on last week's YouTube video. I really enjoyed the whole We're Alive series and have been seeking podcasts of similar quality, but all don't even come close. Can't wait for new things on the horizon. Tony, I love you. You're a great human being. You should be on everything. Grayson, not so much. Thank you so much.
He left
Jaeger
like one
Wolf.
word in a comment, didn't he?
that was there. It's on the paper. I have it here.
And it was random, so we didn't just pick the guy who's you know.
Exactly. He didn't actually say those things about me. I am a liar. But this book that we have up for grabs this week is super cool. If you look close, we
already screwed it up for you.
We've got blood stains in there. It's a zombie apocalypse, so things have gone down. But this is super fun. I like to write in one of these as well.
We'll all sign it.
Yeah.
We'll all sign it.
Yeah. We'll sign it right now.
Elisa will sign it before she leaves today too.
Yes, definitely. So
Yep.
this is a cool prize. How are we giving away this prize this week? We are going to give this prize away on Twitter, okay? All you have to do is tweet, right? Yes?
Yeah.
Are we cool with this?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We're doing it live. Because I looked at Grayson and Grayson slowly backed away from me.
Yeah.
So
Tweet I love pegs.
we're going to tweet
Yay!
at We're Alive. I love pegs. # apartment2c. APT2C. Hashtag apartment
You know
2C.
you have like mortal enemy fans out there who are
Oh,
like,
I know
I
it.
hate pegs.
But
Who hates
But-
Rolo, we just got one in our set.
there's
There's other people.
Oh.
There's-
No. Well, they're
they-
gonna
they
have to
hate the
get over it
character,
if they
not the
want.
actor.
Yeah. Over their want to get.
off, all right? I love pegs.
Thank you.
Yeah, Pegs is a great character. Right here, I love pegs. # apartment2c. If you want the signed composition book, We're Live with the bloodstains. They're real.
and there's like a class schedule on the inside if you like want to use it for college.
Ooh, look at that, kids. See? We're promoting education now.
Yep.
Let your child listen to it before 14.
There's probably a table on the back page too.
Is a oh, a conversion table. I've never made it this far.
This is Tony's first book, everybody.
I've never made it this far. I'm gonna sign back here. This is where my signature will be. Oh, that's hilarious.
Gotta make it that far.
Okay, so let's. We have some questions. Yes, let's get to this, questions from the audience. We
Oh,
have
I
a
love
few.
that. That's awesome.
I know, right? He made a sign. Rolo's on point. Man.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit every week. We're getting like a tiny bit better.
a little bit. Yeah, I
Like by the end, we'll be really good.
We're gonna have to have you back,
Yeah.
Lisa, so that way
When the ship runs more smoothly,
Yes,
you'll have me back.
yes.
Set up all this makeshift stuff. No,
Yeah,
this is
contest
awesome.
off the wings.
Just smoke some ladders. All right, we got Nightcat on the mic to read those questions.
All right, so speaking about someone who's hating on pigs, we do have a question by Michael B, who wants to know why didn't they throw pegs off of the roof as a distraction?
Why didn't they throw, just in case no one heard that, why didn't they throw pegs off of the roof as a distraction? Michael B, what the hell, man? You want to, Pegs, why don't you answer that? Elisa, come on.
Okay, well, you're going to have to listen for a while, but Pegs proves herself very useful. Maybe at some point. I like to think so. I know there are a lot of haters out there.
You know what? We got to come back on to confront the haters, I think. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Once Pegs poof. Once Pegs
Oh,
poofs
boy.
herself.
Oh, boy.
This is not the drinking show yet
Pegs.
either.
No.
Once Pegs proves herself.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
She has a great character arc. Let's just say.
I think so.
I think so.
Haters gonna hate, Pegs.
Yeah.
Haters gonna hate.
No sweat.
Ooh, she just brushed her shoulders off. Okay,
No sweat.
next question.
Tony, Koi Moon wants to know what is in the coffee cup.
She saw you.
Oh, I know. I was like, oh, damn, I didn't even think I drank on camera. Koi Moon, let me tell you what's in the coffee cup. Koi, this is a perfect time to talk about our unofficial sponsor. Please send us free things. This is brought to you by 7-Eleven. Only the best goes in my body. 7-Eleven black coffee. Because I was driving.
We have 10 minutes left and we're talking about coffee.
Hey, how dare you, all right? This is a question on the show. We will get those answers to our fans. It's 7-Eleven coffee. It was the only thing that was close. I wish it was more interesting. I wish there was rum in it, actually. Next question.
Casey, question from Maddie Campbell. What is Angel's favorite TV show?
Found.
Okay.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's found.
That
might be an Easter egg for a later episode.
Yeah.
That's clever. Yeah, I like that.
Well done.
It's almost like I wrote this.
You guys will need this notebook to take all these notes for later when you're watching a show. You say found, and then you try to find the Easter egg.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to tweet.
Yeah. I love Pegs.
I love Pegs.
I love Pegs. Hashtag apartment 2C.
Yep.
At We're Alive. That's very
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
At We're Alive.
Well,
next question.
They have to say I love Pegs, include at We're Alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
And hashtag apartment 2C.
Yeah, just have those elements. We know how Twitter works, yeah? Okay, moving on. Next question.
Next question. Jordy Shepard wants to know what was Michael's major in school?
Ooh, good question.
Political science.
Poli-sci.
Yeah.
Useless.
It's the literally, here's a trivia fact. Tony time. Only class that I need to get my degree, and I refuse to take it.
Really?
No, I have one class left to get my degree. I should do it to make my mother proud, but, it happens.
I'm going to call you mother.
I know. Please don't. Next question.
Koi Moon wants to know, did Pegs own the flower shop or did she just work there?
Ooh.
I mean, I know in my mind, but you never told me.
Why don't you let us know, and it'll be canon.
Oh, okay. So Pegs was the assistant manager of the flower shop.
Oh, that was perfect.
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
That's actually what was up here, too. Something
Yeah,
similar.
we knew.
Like, I didn't think you'd own it. I didn't think...
No. But she's the assistant
too young.
manager. She's too young, but she really has a passion for it. And, she's reasonably smart and can manage some stuff. So
And she was going to college at the time?
Yeah, she's going to college. She had a lot of hobbies, but this was kind of where she saw her potential career going. Maybe in the future she would own a flower shop, but not this one.
Yeah, and she was majoring in botany. Yeah.
Botany,
She was actually trying to become a botanist.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's cool. That's a great question. All right, we have time for one more question.
Okay, let's see here.
Nightcat's reaching deep
Yep.
into the darkness.
Looking deep. Okay, let's see. Tony, will you tell your story while we look for a
Yeah,
question?
you know what?
Okay.
I actually have a question that I just thought of. So, Elisa, what trait do you relate to Pegs with the most, and what trait of Pegs do you relate to the least?
Okay, so the most I relate to her is her natural positivity. I think I am a very positive person in general, and that Pegs and I really connected on that. And then I always say this, but like Peg, well, I can't. I don't think I can. Well, can I say it? No.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So Pegs. Sorry, guys. I don't want to.
Okay. I love that we whispered with microphones. We whispered with microphones.
Okay, maybe that's what Pegs and I are most like. No, Pegs is a cat person, and I am highly a dog person.
Oh.
And other animal person, but I'm not a cat person.
Okay.
Also, there's one other thing, but I don't want to reveal it. I'll come back later and tell you.
Okay. All right.
next
Yeah.
time.
The next. Nice teaser for the next episode. I too am a dog person. I cannot stand. Well, I'm allergic to cats, but I also can't really stand them.
What was something you didn't like about Pegs?
Oh, what I didn't like about her? I thought she could be a little clingy and maybe a little whiny at times, but I don't think she ever felt like that is me talking about the character from judging her.
Yeah.
But from the, when I was playing with her, I don't think she ever felt or clinging or doing anything like that. It was all coming from a good place.
Okay.
But as someone who can also listen to the story from the outside, and I understand why some people may hate Pegs, but it's because
some perspective.
Yeah. That's good.
All right, sweet. We got time for a couple.
we got
couple
two more.
Okay, we got two more.
Oh, good.
We'll get it.
By the way, if we go over an hour, we're okay.
Okay.
We
The
don't have a stop
network
time.
is going to pull us down.
Yep.
Okay, so Koi Moon wants to know, what is Peg's favorite flower?
Oh.
Oh, I like this.
Yes, Peg's favorite flower is, well, do you know? Because I know.
I can't remember off the top
It's
of
a
my head.
daisy.
Oh, I was going to say a daisy. I wish I would have guessed.
Yeah,
so
it
you
was
would have
daisy.
known. I knew.
It's daisy.
That's a really that one that's gone.
Daisy's
from my
I don't know
perfect-
if you told me that, but in my character's
Yeah.
mind,
Well,
it was a daisy.
Well, Pegs is a very bright character.
Bright,
and Daisy's,
pure. They make
yeah.
everyone happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's fluent in the language of flowers.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. What does
Well,
that mean?
flowers mean something.
Well, you might find out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't remember this.
Yeah.
We have one last
some
question.
notes.
Last
Take notes,
question of the
guys.
night.
Okay, last question. Michael B wants to know, who is going to be on the episode next week?
Next week. Next week we have the companion to you in this episode.
Oh, right.
So Claire Doden and Riley will be here next week.
Claire Doden. Very cool. That's going to be.
I didn't want to say the wrong.
Help me. I'm sinking. I'm drowning. Please don't turn around. Okay, cool. So that is who will be on next week. That's going to be awesome. And in that, we have one. Okay, listen, Rolo. We're on the 3 questions. You said we had 1 question left, and now we're doing 3 left.
No, Tony, this is important.
All right. Now
Okay.
Only because you want this one.
Devin Dixon would like to have Peg say goodnight to us tonight for the episode.
Oh, great. Oh, just take my job.
Okay, so Tony, if you can just exit the chair.
That's
and...
unbelievable. This is ridiculous. Go ahead.
Well, do we have anything else left?
I think there are a few more things.
Yeah, I want to just say real quick again, if you want to win this, you have until next Monday at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to win this. So you have a lot of time, literally almost a week, to tweet us. Send us a tweet at We're Alive, I Love Pegs, #Apartment2C to get a chance to win this. We'll be picking our winners at random. Congratulations
You gotta go
again.
at the wrong time. Go for it now.
Okay, heart Pegs.
Yay.
I heart Pegs.
I Heart Pegs. Congratulations again to Jaeger Wolf on winning the How to Draw a Zombie book. And listen ahead. Go on iTunes. Go on our website. Check it out. We have all the episodes available. 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Hey, since next week we have Riley on, should we make it a drinking show, or am I just getting way too soon?
Should we? Are we gonna be getting drunk on our 3rd episode ever?
I think
Is that too soon? Are we jumping the shark?
A little bit. We're getting
We'll have to
the
wait
producer
and see.
credit for a little
Okay,
bit.
Grayson.
Because
we got
guess
these-
what? We do what we want.
We do what we want around here. All right, cool. Then we're drinking. Ubers for everybody. All right.
Jaeger Wolf's gonna be like, I got this covered. I don't know why, but I have a feeling he's gonna have it covered.
Yeah, Jaeger Wolf will hook it up. All right. Well, will you please do the honors? Of
Sure.
signing us out of here.
All right.
Oh, make sure where can they find you actually?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at Elisa Eliot and on Facebook and
Good,
stuff.
yeah, because I want to find out I want to find out who this A-list celebrity is. So I want to make sure to follow you at Elisa Eliot.
Yes, I don't tweet that much, but maybe I'll start tweeting.
You gotta tweet.
I know, I do.
And if you can't find her tag, look for our tweets earlier in the day. We tagged her in it. So if you can't figure out how to spell it.
All right. Yeah. Okay, so this has been Tony Rey and Casey Wayland, and I'm Elisa Eliot. And thank you so much for watching. Goodbye and good night from We're Alive Apartment 2C.
Damn, that was
pretty good.